I'm here in Vallur Kotam, Chennai, where over 200 people have gathered to protest for the brutal murder happened in Unnao and Kathua. They just ask that this rally is not enough to get justice because those two innocent women are dead. Let me go across and ask what they think about the way the bureaucracy has handled the entire situation. First, let me go straight to you, sir. What do you have to say about how the state government, the central government has handled it and reacted to the entire incident?
See, it's very pathetic. I mean, the Prime Minister comes out with a statement after nearly about 4 or 5 days, and especially when he realizes that the people are really worked up about the whole situation and protests are spread throughout the country. It's only then he speaks. And when he speaks, it's nothing but empty platitudes. Okay, nothing which is substantial. He doesn't even mention the names Unnao and Kathua. Okay, Kathua, whatever that is. So it's a very, very sad thing, you know, because this kind of a belated response from the government and state government, it is not their problem. I mean, if you're talking about the Tamil Nadu state government, about the UP state government, well, we had the government actively protecting the MLA, right? I mean, the Advocate General himself personally appeared in the matter to defend it and to say that they will arrest him when they have enough material. So what happens in every case? Do you follow the same procedure? Okay. So what about your encounter policy which you have openly announced? Huh? So when it comes to your own MLA, you treat him with kids' gloves, is it? What kind of democracy is this we are living in now?
I'd like to ask you a question which several people out there justifying the concept of rape are asking. It was the girl's fault. What was she wearing? Why was she going out at that time of the night or day? But it's a very simple thing. It's an 8-year-old child, an 80-year-old woman. Every woman wearing a burqa is raped. What do you have to say to those people?
I first think that these kind of arguments that are made with regards to women's clothing, acknowledging and responding to these arguments give those arguments more respect than they deserve. It is very clear that an 8-year-old girl cannot be raped because of the clothes she was wearing. I just have one point to make to those who say do not bring religion into this, do not bring community, do not politicize this issue. I am not bringing religion into this. These people are not bringing religion into this. The rapist brought religion into it when he specifically chose the girl because of her religion to terrorize her community.
It's complete rubbish, hogwash, completely. And also I think some 40% of kids being raped are boys. So it's complete hogwash. It's just rubbish. And I don't think transgenders are safe, homosexuals are not safe. You know, I think it's complete rubbish, utter rubbish. And we shouldn't confuse it in any case with consensual sex between adults. But this is a senseless argument. That said, I want to add just one point. See, I think that what really stands out in this is the premises on where this happened. And I just did a small research and I found about 8 incidents in the last 1 year where temples have been used as premises for conducting rape. This has happened in UP where a young woman was called into a temple on the pretext that it would be safe for her to be in the temple, and where she was raped by 3 men. Babies have been raped in temples, young girls have been raped in temples. So I think what is very important that we should do is that the worshippers at that place of worship, and it can be any denomination, it can be a church, it can be a temple, or it can be a mosque, the worshippers at that particular place of worship have the right to enter every part of that place of worship, inspect it, conduct a public audit, which could be for what happens inside. You know, in a temple in Madurai, they found ganja being grown by the caretaker. So every worshipper has the right to enter every part of the premises to check it out and conduct a public audit of both hygiene as well as nefarious activities. And I think this has nothing to do with wiping out the sanctity of the temple. Very clearly, the sanctity of the temple is currently being violated by the caretakers appointed to take care of it. So I think in order to prevent further defilement of the place of worship, the worshippers at that place, whoever it may be, have the right to go in, inspect every part, nook and cranny of these places and not allow themselves to be kept away for any reason of sanctity. Yeah? Very clearly we have seen in the last 1 year that the caretakers do not respect the sanctity of the place of worship. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say.
It's shameful what has happened. It's shameful how people have reacted to it. It's really shameful as how Bar Association has reacted to it. When all these people get involved, you know that this is actually a little bit more than just rape. So many other actors come into play here. It's another person was talking here, and they said that this rape has been a tool of war since a long time, and I think in this case also it has played that part. And we were discussing with a group of people as to, can it ever be stopped? Can rape ever be stopped? I don't think so. I mean, like, we are living in a country which is like very patriarchal in nature. We do not respect our women. I mean, men think that they can overpower a woman, however old she is. 8-month-old babies. Babies get raped in this country. How are you going to stop that? I mean,
many people say boys will be boys. Girls shouldn't have done that. It is, after all, the girl's fault.
Those people are idiots. Those people are all guilty. If they say that, and if a rape is happening, it means that because you said that, because you've given that confidence to the boys that you can do whatever you want to, and that is why this rape has happened, then you are also part of the problem. Don't pretend that, okay, fine, yeah, rape has happened, we are very sorry for the victim and the victim's family. No, you are part of the problem. Unless you change your mindset that boys, girls are all the same, they all have a right to do whatever they want to do, and unless that changes, rape is going to be there. I mean, I blame the families. The families, the fathers, kids learn from their fathers, sons learn from their fathers. If the father has treated their mother badly, the son is going to treat the women he comes women in his life pretty badly as well.